Welcome to Perfect Level at an unknown lake in southern Kentucky. Storm just passed, but that's kind of normal. It's probably going to start raining in the next hour. The wind is blowing, but the sun is kind of out. We'll see what happens. Let's go. I have an apple in my pocket and it is poking me right in the leg. It's like this giant lump that's making me like twist sideways. Stupid apple. And yeah, I had it in the refrigerator. It was freezing cold. Like I can feel it through my leg or my pants. Sizable storm just passed. It's been raining for the last, I don't know, 3 hours probably. I think we've got about a 2 or 3 hour window before it starts raining again. Tomorrow looks like much better weather. I plan on hitting the creek even though it's flooded and probably looks terrible. But the projected forecast for the weather looks the same. Rain multiple days every week for months. So I might as well just get used to all this rain and try to work around it, try to do my best. I've actually slacked off of fishing for the last month because of the rain. It may not seem that way, but I actually have. The wind is starting to pick up. The wind is probably going to be a factor as the day goes on until the next storm pushes. That is also something that I should just go ahead and get over because it's been windy every day since February. And it doesn't seem like that's going to change any. So that's another thing that I just got to deal with. I am starting off with the whopper plopper, which is kind of normal for me recently. I've had other fishermen tell me that topwater season is already over. That could be true. There's a fish right there. Maybe topwater isn't over yet. He's a long guy. He don't weigh very much, but he's long, barely having hooked. I will probably lose this fish. It has one barb in it. He's feisty. Don't hook me, fish, please. Now this fish is starving. He's super skinny. Big body, really elongated, which tells me he has hunger issues. And I do have my pliers out, as long as I don't get a hook in my hand. I've had a friend who got whopper plopper hooks stuck in his forearm last week, and he was telling me the story, how insane it was. I really don't want that to happen to me. Even though I've had some pretty close calls here recently. Watch out for those hooks, fellow fishermen. They can really mess you up. Now that fish is super long, but so skinny. Look how skinny he is, poor guy. I feel bad for him. I wish I could stuff some food into his face so that way he'd be able to eat. 14.5 inches and super skinny. Never been caught before. Thank you for playing the game. I feel bad. And the thing about it is there's tons of food for them to eat out here. I talked to someone last week who said they just stocked shad, but they also stocked more trout. I mean, not trout, catfish. They just stocked more catfish. So maybe the fish are all competing for the same food. And maybe that's why some of those bass are so skinny. But that poor guy was ultra skinny. Like, just feel bad for him. I'm not for certain what kind of flowers these are, but these like pink purple flowers that grow on the vine, they're so beautiful and they smell unique. Like I can't even distinguish that scent, but they're kind of everywhere on this lake and I don't know what those are. I mean, they're really cool looking. And I don't think I've ever seen those anywhere else. I don't know if that's a bush or a vine. I'm not for certain. I would almost guess that that's some sort of bush. When I originally pulled up, it was raining and I didn't think there were very many people out here, but now that I look around, there are bank fishermen everywhere, which is kind of normal here. I mean, anytime they stock the catfish, there'll be tons of people, but I don't know. I guess a lot of people are okay fishing in the rain, which it's pretty warm right now. I mean, there's a wind blowing, but it's probably, you know, 75 degrees right now. Still in the AM. I think it's probably around 11, maybe 10:30. Probably only see cloud cover today. Some crazy ducks behind me causing problems. if everything works out, I should be creek fishing tomorrow. I'm rather excited about it. It depends on how much it rains today, really. I'm undecided on exactly where I'm going to go. The river is super flooded still from a week ago. I really want to get out on the river, but that's probably not going to happen. So my next best option is to fish the creek. It's not flooded, it's just really high. I say that. We'll have to see how this second storm works out. If we get a lot of rain in this second storm, I may not be able to hit the creek, but I want to. Ooh, I just missed a fish. Just missed a fish. I wonder if he was skinny. I wonder if he was skinny like the other fish. Think he's gonna hit it again? He didn't. Come on, skinny fish, where you at? Where you at, skinny fish? That could have been a bluegill. Could have been some other type of fish. It's hard to say. Little pond scum. Little scum. Uh-oh, uh-oh, oh no. Oh no, oh no, let go. Let go, come on. I got a tree, an entire tree. Ah, look at it. Look at that tree fish in all of its glory. It was tree 99. Get away from me, tree. I've definitely caught some of those catfish before on crankbaits and stuff, jigs. Water quality is terrible. It's terrible. Like visibility, I'd say is 6 to 8 inches. It's amazing that I can catch a fish on this whopper plopper at all, really, because the fish gotta have a hard time seeing it, which I've already missed 2 fish, so that's probably why I didn't catch them. I'm also throwing the white bandito, which is kind of my norm for this lake. It's a bait that I can punch cover with easily. I do have several other plastics with me that I could potentially try also. I mean, I have an entire bag of baits and actually considered throwing a spinnerbait today, but I did catch that skinny bass earlier on this topwater, so I'll keep throwing it for a little while. May switch over to the spinnerbait, maybe a chatterbait or something. Oop, I just had another hit there. That was a little fish. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was like a bluegill or something. Right on the bank too. Boom, big fish, big fish, big fish. Oh, come on, slip and drag. Slip and drag. Tankosaurus. Megalodon. Fighting like crazy, bruh. I'll let you go, brother. I'll let you go. That fish was right on the bank. I mean, inches from the grass. It was a good hit too. He knocked it up and got it on the second strike. Good fish. I'm gonna get off the bank for a second here. Let him fight for a little bit, wear himself out. Oh, wow, he's cranked up. Now this fish is not skinny. He is ultra healthy. He's heavy too. That fish is heavy. It was right on the bank. So maybe the first fish that I missed wasn't a bluegill. It was hard to say. This fish was an aggressive hit. Some of those others weren't so aggressive. Now the fish isn't super long, but he weighs a lot. That fish is hefty, real hefty. It's a good looking fish, super healthy. Shows no signs of ever being caught before. Let's get it on the board really quick here. See how long he is. 17. I'm gonna say that fish is pushing almost 4 pounds. I've got my scale, but I'm not gonna weigh it unless they get pretty big here. But I'm gonna say 4 pounds on that one, 17 inches, huge head. Fantastic fish. Thank you for playing the game, good sir. Thank you for playing the game. Let's go. I am shocked that that fish was right on the bank. I mean, literally touching the grass. And it was an aggressive hit. Like, he literally knocked the bait into the air, and then as it came back down, he grabbed it. Wow, that was intense. I'm gonna let that bank breathe a little bit before I start casting on it again. So I've missed 3 fish already. It's hard to say if those were actually bass or not. I don't know. The wind is starting to pick up. The water visibility is terrible. I mean, like, that fish fought like a tank. Better check my line to make sure I'm okay here. Everything seems doable. Side of the lake now, I need to be extremely careful about snakes. The last time I was here, which was a video I did not put out, the amount of venomous snakes that I saw was shocking, which I perceived that they were poisonous. I say that because of the banding and the coloring. I don't know why there's so many out here. In the past, this lake never had snakes, and now there's an abundance of poisonous snakes. So they can fall out of the trees or just, you know, climb up the side of my kayak. All these scenarios that I don't want to happen. My understanding, we only have 3 real poisonous snakes here. That is the rattlesnake, the copperhead, the cottonmouth, which the cottonmouth is a water moccasin. We also have the coral snake, which is venomous, but I think those are only in certain parts of this area. You're not really going to find those just everywhere. The main is the cottonmouth and the copperhead, which in this area, the snake is the cottonmouth. That's a snake that's really common in water systems, highly toxic. The ones I've seen here were sizable. You know, they're in the 3-foot range. So I'm sure you can see that sign right there. And in one of my videos, I actually took a photo of that sign. But when I first saw that sign, I didn't really believe it. But now I believe it for sure. And there's actually more of those signs. They're kind of like all over on the other side of the lake. So it's definitely something you want to be aware of. Some more of those pink flowers. Hello, Mr. Turtles. Well, there's a surprise fish. He was a tiny guy. Mr. Surprise Tiny Fish. The game right now is just trying to find a spot where it's not so windy. The wind is just ripping now. So there's only certain trees I can hide behind and certain embankments to get away from the wind. It's interesting how as the sun came out, the wind started blowing harder and harder. There's a little duck family. They're quackers. I tell you, quackers. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare your family. Keep on doing duck stuff. That's a mother ducker. Fish on. He's running like crazy. Running, running, running. Running, running, running. Man, he's fast. He's fast. Oh, I lost him. Why? That fish was super fast. Wow, he was so fast. That was about a 2.5 pounder. Wow, he ran. I couldn't even keep up. My reel was too slow. Turbo. That fish was also directly on the bank. I mean, it was inches off the leaves in the shadow. And I'm nearly for certain that a fisherman has already fished this entire embankment all the way down to the corner. I'm positive that he did. But I don't know what baits he was using or anything, you know. I don't know exactly what he was throwing. There's another one. That one was on the bank too. What a runner. That one's running like crazy. I'm gonna try to keep it down so I don't lose it. I don't want to lose this one too. Don't want to lose this one too. Gosh, what a runner. That other one was running. This one was running. Don't hook me, fish. Really long guy. Not a bad one. Oh gosh, I gotta be careful with those hooks. Same scenario, that fish was directly on the bank. And just like the last one I lost, he ran, just like as soon as they grab it, they run to the deeper water. This one is hooked a little funky. He's a little on the skinny side. Not a bad fish. Thank you for playing the game, good sir. Have a good day. Let's go. About it because that's a kid. But in other scenarios, I would say very rude things to this person. But it's just a kid, so I'm gonna let him go. Maybe he'll catch a fish and it'll be the best day of his life. One of the fishermen that I ran into earlier was not happy about the fact that I was catching fish today. He seemed rather upset about it. Maybe he wasn't catching fish, but I don't know. I'm not for certain. I don't know why he got so upset that I was catching fish today. I mean, I even told him what I was using and how I was using it to catch fish. So, the wappa plopper. Wappas to the ploppus. Fish on. I lost it. It ran directly at me and I lost it. What was weird is I got a bite. I got a bite right there and then I lost that fish. It was running directly at me. And that was really strange too. That could have been a catfish or something besides a bass. That was really weird. I'm gonna let it chill and then go back in there. GoPro, start recording. That was really weird because like I got a weird hit and then like that happened. It didn't even expose the hook and I jerked it pretty hard. The hook was not exposed at all, so that fish didn't taste any metal. It may hit again, I'm not for certain. There was another hit right there. What was that? That was super weird. Is that a fish on bed? That could be a fish still on bed, maybe? I don't know. That's really odd. It hit again. But it's not like an aggressive bite. It's just like picking it up. There it is. I think that was a fish on bed. Man, it's fighting like crazy. Oh, it is a catfish. That's why it was so weird. It was a catfish. I knew something wasn't right. I was like, what is going on? The bite felt weird and everything. It's a catfish. Stupid catfish. It's gonna spine me, and I know it. Look at that stupid thing. Stupid catfish. Those little ones will spine the crap out of you. my pliers. Mr. Catfish, what's up, bro? What's up with your face? Stupid catfish. And even for a stalker, that's actually a kind of a big one for a stalker. Catfish on the Bandito. Whoa, there was a little guy right there. He wasn't very big. Oh no, and then I got hung up. Dadgummit. That was a little bass. And I made a bad cast. GoPro, stop recording. I just missed another one right there. He never touched the whopper plopper, but he came up and headbutted it. That was probably a little fish, if I had to guess. I've lost a lot of fish today, or missed the bites. And I've only lost one or two, but I've missed a lot of fish. And it's so late in the afternoon now, I'm surprised they're still hitting the whopper plopper. That lawn care guy over there just ran over a snake. He was yelling at the other guy, letting him know that he just killed a snake. Right next to the sign that says, venomous snake. He's still trying to get the other guy's attention. He chopped it up into oblivion. That's funny. I heard him yell out, snake. Well, that fish came out of nowhere and tried to grab it. That shocked me. It scared me. And I don't know if he followed it or was like under my kayak. I have no idea. I haven't had a bite for quite some time now. So at least they're kind of still interested in the whopper plopper, I think. I haven't landed a fish since the catfish. I've missed a few on the whopper plopper here and there, but wow, that fish totally scared me. I'm pretty sure he tasted metal. The wind is just brutal now. Missed another fish right there. That is so random. I've already missed 2 fish in the last just few minutes. And they're following it all the way up to the boat. And the wind, I mean, there is no water quality visibility or anything, and the wind is just ripping. But they're still trying to hit the whopper plopper.